It's imperative for judges to look at the record behind the law and not just the statute itself, especially when the language is ambiguous. If you have a statute that talks about reasonable accommodations to be made under the Americans with Disabilities Act, what is a reasonable accommodation? It's not clear from the statute. If you have language in a statute that talks about unfair methods of competition in or affecting commerce, how do you know what an unfair method of competition is? Just by looking at the words of the statute, if the statute doesn't define those words. If I say to you, anyone convicted in any court will have a penalty applied if punishable more by imprisonment by more than 1 year, what is in any court? Is it in any court in the United States? Is it any court in the world? The point is, looking just at the statute only gets you so far. And so then I think what one needs to do is to look at what it is that members of Congress and their staffs think are important in understanding meaning. And it is a bipartisan perspective of Republicans and Democrats in Congress that legislative history is important to understanding their meaning. They often spend quite a lot of time working on committee reports and conference committee reports. Now, that's not to say that all legislative history is equal, as the Chief Justice has pointed out. Some legislative history is more authoritative than others, and the conference committee and committee reports are more authoritative than, for example, stray statements made by legislators on the floor who had nothing really to do with the drafting or passage of the act. So one has to focus on what is reliable legislative history, and if one does that, then those materials will be very helpful in terms of guiding judicial understanding of statutes.